Yeah, all right. So yesterday we seen user administration, like how to create users, how to manage them, and setting up the password as well as changing the password parameters. So all these things were seen yesterday. So today we'll see the same thing but with groups. So as I told you right yesterday, so whenever we create a user, by default, group will be created with the same name. So today we'll see that how to manage them, how to manage the groups. So let's see. Let's first log into the mission. Okay. So, so if you don't remember it, only root user can able to create other users. It means only root can create users, no other.
Hmm. Oh, can you share your screen?
Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Sorry, sorry. Hope it's visible now. Is it okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's what I was telling. Who can create the users in Linux? Only root. Only root can able to create. So no other users can create users. No others can able to change the passwords of the users or any password parameters. Nothing. They can't do anything. Only root. But we don't have root access, right? Maybe in organizations also they don't give us root access directly. How to give it? That we'll see later. There is a separate topic for that. So that we'll see later. But for today, we will see group administration and how to log in using those users which we have created yesterday. Let's see. So let first what how to see whether users are there or not. Passwd file. So we have Ishwar, test something, Prasajay, which we created earlier. As you know, the groups also will be created with the same names. But how to test check those groups, whether they exist or not? It depends on. Similarly, for this file, like this file, I mean, so there will be group file. So these are the groups. How many? So many are there. If you see, so many are. So this is the groups. If you see the group, these are the group names. These are same as what our users. If you observe, so I told you so. As you know, Linux will create the groups also based on the usernames only. So what happens there? UID, GID. This is the GID which they are showing. This will come by default. Yesterday with this we have changed the UID to 1050. That's why it's created with 1050. If we didn't specify anything, it will just come 1004. Nothing else. So what we can do here is for group management, we can have we can create our own groups similar to users. We can create our own groups. We can add users to the group. Like, let's say I get a scenario that we creating a users, multiple users in Linux, and it's creating the group. Okay, that's fine. But what I want is I want to create my own group with my some permissions to the group, and I want to add some users, maybe three or four users. to the group. Even though they are already in the other groups, I want to add to this group. Just remember, like in a WhatsApp group. So we have but friends group or family group, something. So you will be a part of all these groups, right? So like that. Here also I want to create a group and just add the group. So now what happens? The user will be part of this group. Got it? So let's see. Let's create. Yeah, and regarding this information, there's nothing here. It's just group name and the group ID. That's it. This X, you can ignore it because there is no password for group. We cannot set it. So just normal. So that's why you can see there is very, very less options. Now let's start creating group. So what we did for user, I mean, what command we used to create a user? Anyone remember?
User ad.
Yeah, correct. So user ID is to create users. Same thing. Now you want to create a group, right? Group add. That's it. And you want to give a name, some name to that. Let's say my group name will be, I think where test is already there. Yeah, remaining all are there. Let's say demo group. It's great. Now how to check it? Cat slash etc slash group. UP demo group. See 1051. It started from here. But if you see this line is bigger, I can't see the command. There is a command if you remember tile minus simply tile. I'll give the file name. So what happens? It will show the last 10 lines. See? These are some situations, it will helpful. Okay, that's okay. So we created a group, and yes, the group is visible. Now that's it. The group is created. Now let's say I want to create a group with my own GID. So this is a GID. So by default it came 1051 because 1050 is present. Now I want to create a group with my own GID. Let's see. Same thing, group add. Just we'll pass an extra argument like -G 10, let's say 111. This is my G. I want this as my GID. Mm, yeah, let's see. See, a group created with my own GID. That's it. Similarly, we have for user add also, right? User add, username. That's it. It will create a user. And if you want to change the home directory, if you want to change the shell, if you want to add some comment to the user, then we can add the special arguments. User add hyphen u for UID, hyphen g for GID, hyphen yes for shell, something like this. Similarly, for group, while creating a group also, only one thing you can change, other things you cannot change. So that was what GID is. Only GID you can change. So the GID, whatever the GID you want, you can keep it, and it will give you the GID. Got it? So this is how we create group. These are only two commands are there. Now let's go to modifications of the group. Let's say you want to add users, or you want to change the group name, or you want to change the previous assign ID. Let's start with that. So similarly, we did user mod. If you want to change anything attributes for the user, group mod for the group. That's it. Now we can pass the argument. Let's say double one double one. I want to change this one. I want to have this double two. Same thing. Group mod hyphen G double two demo grp1. Yeah, it's done already. Let's see. See, it's created. Group add hyphen means it will create a group with your own GID. Group mod -g means it will change the GID and make sure we gave double to double to, right? If double to double to already exists with, for some group, it won't allow you. So we should make sure that it's not used by any other group already. That's the one thing you have to make sure. Let's say I'll create a group now. Group, sorry, -g. I'll give same double to double to. Let's see what happens. See, GID already exists. Even though you don't need to do anything. It will only throw you error. That's the thing. Got it? So now let's we have created a group and we have changed the GID. Now I want to change the name. I didn't like this demo GRP or something. Let's change the name. Group mod hyphen N. What is the new name that I want? Demo GROUP. This is my new name I want. Existing name is demo GRP1. That's it. Let's style. See, group name changed. That's it. That's how we change the name of the group or change the GID of the group. Got it? Now, important thing is, so now we, someone is joining. All right. So we have created a group, and now we have created a group with GID based on our requirement, and we are using group model. So I mean, like changing the name of the group or changing the UID of the group. Sorry, GID of the group, not UID. UID for users. So now the main thing, what is here is, what is the point of creating a group? To add the users, right? Otherwise, what the group will do? Nothing. Nothing really. What is the point of creating an empty group? Nothing. We cannot do anything with that. So we have to add users to the group. We have to give permissions to the group. Then whoever the users are there in the group, they will also get that. So that's the main point, right? So now let's see how to add users to the group. So there are two commands to add users to the group. One thing is gpasswd and another thing is user mod. So now we'll see both commands. Whichever is suitable for you, you can use it. Let's try with gpasswd. How to add users with gpasswd. Now first let's see what are users we have. So I want to add user test to the demo group. Let's see with user mod first. Okay, let's see with user mod first. User mod hyphen capital G. What is the group name? Demo GROUP. And what is the username? Test. So it means I want to add test user to demo group with user mod command. It's done. It's done already. How to verify it? Open the group file /etc/group. If you see demo group and the user is test. See, the last is showing the user which is present in the group. Let's add another user also. So we have Ishwar user also there. Let's try tile the group. See, comma space Ishwar name is there. So like that, if you add any users, it will be present like this. Got it right? This is adding users with the user mod command. This is already present in the document, so don't worry. Now I want to add users with gpasswd. I told you right. There are two commands. One is sorry, user mod Another is gpasswd. So user mod we already seen. Let's see with gpasswd. So how to add the user? So let's see gpasswd. Now what we have to do is hyphen a, small a. It means add the user. Hmm, what is the username? We have Trust Agile. What is the group? Demo group. Hit enter. Adding user Trust Agile to group demo group. That is simple as that's it. But now we have two commands, gpasswd and user mode. But mostly people prefer gpasswd while adding users to group. Why? Because we have seen in the user mode, we have added the user. That's it. We cannot remove the user. We cannot add multiple users at a time. That is not possible with user mod command. But with gpasswd, it is possible. gpasswd, we can remove the user. Let's say we have already added test user, Ishwar user. We want to remove them. How? With user mod, it's not possible. But with gpasswd, it is possible. So now we have added the user. Let's see first. See, we have added three users. Now I want to remove Ishwar user from this or this user from this. Let's see. User mod, it's not possible with user mod. So let's try with gpasswd. Hmm, how to remove user minus D. What is the username? Press. I want to remove Ishwar user from group. Demo group. Enter. Removing user from group. Demo group. Let's tile again. See, it's gone. That's it. Now we want to remove this also. Let's try. Same command. Sorry, I gave the wrong. If you see removing user testable demo group tile. If you observe, it's not happened. Why? Because while removing, we can only give one name. So we gave a comma, right? So what it thought is there is a group name called Trusagel comma test. That's why. So while removing, you have to remove one by one and test. Remove the test. Done. Now all groups are removed. Sorry, all users are removed from the group. That's how with gpasswd you have these advantages. I mean, adding the user as well as removing them users. Now there are two more advantages with this. Now I have three users, right? You have seen demo, sorry, test, Trusagel, Ishwar. I have three users. I want to add them at the same time. Yeah, we can add it. gpasswd hyphen capital M. What is the name? Ishwar is the user. Test is the user. Agile is one of the users. Which group? Demo group. So it will be added all three users at the same time. See, it's added. Like this, if you have 10 users, you can add simply just give comma space name. That's it. No need to add one by one. This is the thing. If you want to add only one user, hyphen A, as we discussed earlier. That's it. This is gpasswd. So there is one more command I'll show you. First, let's remove a user. Test. Sorry. Gpasswd hyphen D test. Demo, yeah, test has been removed. Now I'll add text to the same group again, but as an admin. So now I'll add this test user as an administrator to the group. How to add it? Let's see. Gpasswd hyphen A test demo group. So now what happens here is we're adding the test user as an administrator. So he'll add this user to the group and he'll become the admin for the group. So he became the admin for this group. Got it? Let's add manually also, no problem. Since we have already done, it's there. Type it again. There won't be any output again as usual. You can't see anything. So he now test is the guy who is admin for this group. Uh, you got it? I mean, creating users we already seen. So today, the GPass WD, we have these many commands actually to use it. But with user mod, we just add the user. That's it. That is also okay. I mean, we can add the user to the group, but we cannot remove the user from the group. We cannot, make someone admin with those things. We cannot add multiple users at a time with user mod. So with GPass WD, these are all possible. That's why most people prefers GPass WD. Got it? So this is about group administration. So manage groups and everything. Now we'll see another topic. We have something called, okay, on Friday, I think on Saturday, we're seeing file permissions, right? With chmod. Got it? You remember? So we have seen chmod 777 or something, 657, blah blah something, some numbers or read write X. We have seen to the files and directories we can apply. Now there is another thing called special permissions. Special permissions. There are three types of permissions. What's so special about them is, let's say I have created a file as an issue user log. Sorry. Okay, sorry, I forgot. Let's start with like how it works. So let's say now Ishwar user is there. So he is doing something on his Linux machine, something, or test user, we have seen, right? So let's go to this user, EC2 user. He created a file as just blah 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 something. Now he is owner of the file, right? You can see where is this test here. He is owner of the file, and he'll execute it. He can able to delete it. He can delete also. That is already done. So what is the use of this special permission, which I'm telling currently is it will change the user ID on execution. Let's say now this is a normal user. So I have created a file, some script, something script.sh, let's say. Now I want to execute this script. So when you execute this script, what happens is there is nothing here. It won't run as this user, even though he created it. This command will run as the user which we gave permission to. Let's see the example. Okay, first there are three types of special permissions. One is yes UID, yes GID, sticky bit. So SUID means set UID, SGID means set GID, yes set GID, and finally sticky bit. So these are the special permissions where we can apply to a folder or a file. It does not matter. So let me write it here. SUID, set UID. SUID, set UID. Yes, GID, sticky bit. So these are the special permissions we have within Linux. So this special permissions have number same thing. So set UID is number 4, set GID is number two, set security is number one. Similar way, read write X, right? Similar thing. So symbols also there. Less like we have these symbols for capital S or small s. Let's say or small s. Same for this capital S or small s. For this sticky bit, capital T or small t or capital T. This will apply. But what this will do is exactly so when this permission, let's say start with set UID. We'll go one by one. Let's say when the set UID is assigned to a file. So what happens is like so whoever is executing the file, let's say EC2 user created a file. Okay, so he created the file. So with something whatever inside it. So now there is called test user, right? So now test user executing the file. I mean, executing means let's say if it is a script, you execute it, right? So then only the whatever the content inside it will be give it to you, or let's say with cat or with touch, not touch, with cat, or with VI. So these are all executions of the file. So we are making file do something. It means execution. So when the set UID, set user ID or set UID, both are same, or SUID, when we apply this to a file, what happens is when some user, any user, execute the file. So let's say I told you, so EC2 user created a file and now test user is about to execute the file. So what happens is the process, there will be a process internally, right, for everything what we did. So that will have the same rights as the owner of the file who created it. Let's keep it simple. Let's say EC2 user created a file. Got it? Now test user executing the file. Now what happens is with this SUID permission, test user, sorry, we have to assign this SUID to a file or let's say file or folder. So now what happens is when test user is executing the file, whatever the permissions that owner have, that will come to the file. It means the even though test user is executing it, Linux server thinks it as EC2 user doing it. So as like owner is doing it, not some other random user. It means that like let's say we have created a file. I am the owner of the file. I gave you the file. Now you're executing it. Even though you're executing, it will show me as the one who is executing, not you. So that's the difference. So what is the basic example I'll say? So whatever the commands we are using, right? ls, ll, touch, cat, what are the all these commands? As I told you, so there will be a bin folder directory, so where this executable will be present. All these commands belongs to root user. Root is the owner of all these commands, all these files. But a normal user also can able to execute them. If you observe, EC2 user, I mean EC2 I can type these commands, right? There is nothing we can't use that, sorry. There is nothing, right? There is no restriction for it. This is because of setuid. So even though, so now what happens when we type LL, system thinks that it's not the UCT user who type LS, is the owner itself. Or who is the owner? Root is the owner in this case. Similar way, when we are executing something, some file or something which belongs to different user, and the file has SUID set, so the system thinks it as the owner who is executing, not the user who is executing that file as of now. So you got it? Any doubt? I mean.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, you're saying something?
No, no.
Okay, so I'll explain again. So when you apply set UID to a file, so what happens here is when you execute the file, for error, you open the file with VI to edit the file. So at the time, the process will be opened automatically for you. So what system thinks is, okay, the owner of the file opened the file and editing doing something, even though it's a different user. Why? Because set UID is assigned to the file. That's why. So it means that even though you're executing it, the system thinks it as the owner of the file, not you. Similar way, the commands example as I just told you. These commands, all these commands belongs to root user, but normal user can execute them. Why? Because the setuid is assigned, and even though normal user executes, system thinks it as the root user. That's why. Got it? So I know it's a little confusing, but when you don't see the output also much for this, but do remember it. So that's why to practice it to know. So some things you cannot see the output directly. So setuid, these special permissions are the one. I mean, you can see the output whether the assigned permission assigned or not, but you cannot see the process ID, something like this. Let's see. So, how to assign special permissions? Same with the chmod only we can assign, but special permissions have symbols, right? Yes, small s, capital T, like this. So we have to use these symbols. That's it. Let's say I want to add it. I mean, add a set UID to your file. How to add it? Or let's not go to file first. Let's try something else. Let's see the live example of this. First, let's ping. This is the easiest command. So user bin ping. So ls -l. This is the file, executable file. Just copy it, paste. It will show you who is the owner. See, root is the owner. Correct? Root is the owner. Now let's see. Let's remove the special skibit permission for this. Chmod. Sorry. Okay, I'm as a root user. Okay, chmod u. I want to remove the sticky session hyphen yes. We will come that later. Slash user has been ping. I removed. So here ping works as a root user because he is the owner of the file, so he can able to execute. Now let's come to EC2 hyphen user. So EC2 hyphen user, let's ping it. Ping google.com. Let's wait for a few minutes. I just have removed the permission. Let's see. Now here in this scenario, what will happen is I removed the sticky bit. Where is it? The command is gone. Yeah, sorry here. I removed the permission. Now what happens? What will happen is so only root have permissions to execute this file because he is the file owner, executable file owner. So other users cannot execute it. What it will throw is it will throw error like operation not permitted something or permission access denied something like that. Because we remove the sticky bit. Let's say if the sticky bit is there, when we execute ping command as a normal user, what will happen? It will execute this command as a root because of the special permission which we have. So let's see our example now. I'll create some file sorry, touch 123 simple. Now I want to add a special permission. Let's see the current permissions. These are default. This came by umask, you know it already. So now I want to add special permission. Let's see. Invalid mode. U pluses. What? Let me just a minute. Ah, sorry. So we cannot give like this. We have to. That's my bad. Sorry. How to give this is as a normal command only. So we have the numeric also, right? So instead of this yes symbols, we can use the numeric. Sorry, I forgot. These symbols, it will show you when you type LL. So LL means currently it's showing these things, right? So first these three are user, these three are group, these three are others. But what is the first thing here? What is first hyphen? I haven't told you that. That is for a special permission. So in that place it will show you yes, small s, t, something like that. Based on the permission you assigned. Let's see. But how to we have failed? I mean we can't assign with this format. We can assign with normal commands. Let's say if you remember last time I gave only three, now I give four because the first one is for special permission. Remaining all are file permissions. Remaining all are file permission means for user it will be read, for a group it will be write, for others also it will write. Currently the same permissions. Let's change it. So for others I changed read and execute. Write and yeah, read and execute. Sorry, write and execute, not read. And the first one is special permission. What is the four in our case? Set UID is the four, right? Let's execute. It's done. See the yes, it came. See, it changed the color because special permission applied on this. See, got it? Now let's add some data to it. You can see the data. Sorry, this is we haven't gone that far. Let's see here. You can see the capital S. The two you are seeing at user field. Why? Because we have assigned set UID as that user. Same way we have set GID also. Oh, sorry, you want to remove this, right? So now we want to remove. Yeah, this is the command. Simply keep it zero. It means it's gone. See, same. It came back to normal again. Got it right? The colors indicate so many things. That's why it is important. Blue means directory. Green means it's a file with full executive permissions, and red means special permissions. So this is how we can assign a set UID to a file or a directory. I mean, we can. I haven't shown you, but we can assign same thing. Same thing. See, yes. Small s it is showing. Both are same. Just for files it is showing capital S, but for directory it's showing small s. That's it. Similarly, we have set GID, set group ID. It means same thing. So, so what is set UID? When set UID is applied to a file, when some other user opened it, it will open as or it will execute as owner of the file rather than the one who is opened it, who is opening it. Similarly, same for group. SGID also. Let's say I assigned SGID. Let's assign this chmod. Same command, same way we'll use it. So there is no difference. So now what happens here is when you assign, let's say I assigned a Sekibit. What is the number for these two? Not four, if you remember. Four is for a set UID. Set GID is two. To what is the file name? Or maybe I will give six full permissions for the file. One, two, three. LL. It changed if you observe capital S in the group field. Similar, same thing. Earlier we have seen in the user field. Why? Because it set UID. Now we are seeing in the group field because it set GID. If you observe, that's one more thing. At the place of X, I means execute permission, it is showing yes. But read it is showing normal. But only yes, it is showing at the place of yes only it is showing yes. Why? Because when you execute the file only, this sticky, sorry, this set UID or set GID permissions will apply. That's it. When you remove, it won't apply. When you execute means you open the file, you write some data to file, you save the file. These are all executions. Or like you just opened the cat, that's a read. But you opened the file with VI, added some data, that's execute. That's the difference. So that's why it is showing at the execute uh, permission field only, this special permission. So yeah, let's what is GID means. Similar thing. So whoever users are there in the GID. So now when some user, let's say test user came, he's writing this file. Once he opened this file to write something, hi, hello, something he's writing. Now this set GID is assigned, right? This set GID, what it thinks is it will make sure that even though test user opened, but the test user, it won't show that the test user is editing it. It will show the user, one of the users from the group is editing the file. I mean, doing the execution in the file and saving it. So similar way as user, as set UID. Set UID is for individual users. Individual users means the owner of the file. So even though if you execute something who is some other different user, it will show you as the owner of the file is executing it. Similar way in the group, it will show you as like any of the users from the group are executing. So that's the difference. Got it? And what happens with another thing with the set GID is when you create a assign the set GID to your file, the group ownership will be changed to the file as the group, the owner of the group. So these two are set GID, set UID and set GID. These two might not be much important. I mean, so in companies, what happens is everyone wants to know who did what. Like, we have 10 users, we have 10 team members, and 10 people are logging into server and they are doing some work. If someone deleted the file, if this special permission set UID, set GIDs are applied, you won't know who deleted the file because it will show you as the owner deleted it, right? That's how it works. So the blame will go to the file owner. But in companies, it's not like that. We want to track who did what in these machines or in AWS support, something like that. So this will be useful for auditing. This will be useful to find out what are the actions that we did. If we, I mean, it's not like we delete it intentionally. So sometimes it happens. So we found out the root cause. So these special permissions people may not use. So, but please do practice it. Please do, like check it like how it's working. The next permission. So the next one in the special permissions is the important one called sticky bit. This is the important one. This will be applied. So let's apply sticky bit to a file. Yeah, let's apply chmod. What is the sticky bit permission? I believe one. Yeah, one. 1666. I'm applying to a file. Let's see. It came at the end. You got it right. Set UID means at the user field S will come. Set GID means at the group ID S will come. Sticky bit means at the last. All these will come in the respective fields and specifically in this one, specifically in executive execute field only because that's where we are modifying the permissions. So let's see what is the use of this sticky bit. This is very useful. Let's say I've created a file. So I'm the owner of the file. So owner can do anything obviously, and the router also can do. Root user also can do anything. And there is another user test. He have full permissions. He is the admin of the Linux server, one of the admins of the server. So we have multiple admins. He is the one of the admin. By default, what happens is he accidentally deleted my file where I have stored my all my data, so whatever I've written, whatever the script I've written, everything I stored in that file, and he deleted it. Not intentionally again. So by mistake, he deleted the file. Now we cannot retrieve it back. It's gone. Whatever's gone is gone. There is no recycle bin in Linux, so it's not there. Even in Windows, if you do shift delete gone, there is no recycle bin also. Don't store in recycle bin. What to do in this case? We cannot do anything. So I have a file with my name. I am the owner. So, but that other user, test user, he have full permissions. I mean, he's the one of the admins of the server. He came and deleted the file by mistake. He wants to delete some other file. He deleted my file, so it's gone. That's it. But what to do in these cases? We cannot do anything. What's deleted is already done. It's over. But we can prevent this from happening in future with the help of sticky bit. So the sticky bit, with the help of this sticky bit, we can prevent this from happening. So what happens is when you apply this sticky bit, only owner and root can delete a file. This file, even though a test user is there, he is one of the admins of the server. He cannot delete it. Only owner and root can able to delete. Got it? So I'll show you this example. Let's say so. This is the file. I'll assign some permission. Obviously, one is first to keep it. Got it, right? So this file, this user, who is the owner of this file, is a type user. He can delete. And obviously root can delete because root is the super user. He can do anything no matter what permissions you give. There will be normal admins. I mean, so they have admin access, but not really, super admin like root. They are normal admins. They can also delete by default, except root files. They cannot delete root files because only root can delete. But other users files they can able to delete. But if you apply this sticky bit now, owner can delete the file. But this guy Ishwar, he's a different user, right? He's the admin, but he can't delete the file. That's the thing. That's the advantage. So you got it. That's sticky bit. Mostly people uses nowadays. No, not nowadays. I mean, it's since beginning. We are also using it currently in our organization. So if we store something, we apply sticky bit to that, so that only I can delete. You might think like root can delete, right? So people can log in to root and they can able to delete, right? No, it does not work like that because in organizations you can simply log into root directly without having permissions. It won't allow you. So it's not possible. If someone have root access and someone logged in as a root and they delete the file, you're bad luck. It's gone. That's it. Otherwise, no. With sticky bit applied, normal users cannot log in. Sorry, cannot delete a file. Only user and sorry, the owner of the file and who is the other guy, the root. Root can do anything, so forget about him. Only they can able to delete. So you got it. What is sticky bit is? So I'll show you the live example because I want first thing I want to show this before the sticky bit is how to log in as users. Let's see that. So By default, let's how to log in as user, how to log into specific user is SU, SU, which means switch user. Whom you want to switch? We have test user. Let's go to test. It is asking for a password. But if you remember, we didn't set any password, I guess. Maybe shall we try 1, 2, 3? Let's see. I think I didn't set any password. Let's go to root user. But this logged in. Same. Root can log into any user. As again, I mentioned, so he can do anything. But when we try with EC2 user, it's not allowing me to switch the user to log into test user. Why? Because this user does not have access to log in to other user. For to log in as other user also, we need a permission. That permission, it's completely separate topic that might come tomorrow or maybe Wednesday, something like that. So for now, we'll just see how to log into user. So from root, just simply type to su space test. If you want to come back, exit. You will come root to root. Now I want to switch to fresh agile user. Fresh agile user. Say it can. I want to log out of it. Exit. Same. I want to Ishwar. I went to Ishwar. See. Exit. Exit. See like this. So I can log in like this. But as of now, only from root. Why? Because I haven't shown you how to log in from normal users also. Because they need to have specific permissions to log in to users from their user. So I haven't told you that. That will come. I told you maybe Wednesday. Yeah. So tomorrow we have different topics. So yeah, forget about this. So this is how to log into user, and this is how we create special permissions. We assign sticky bits. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see how sticky bit applies. Let's create. Okay. Yeah, that also I cannot show you now because I need to give the special permissions. I mean the user level permissions that we haven't gone. You will be confused. But do practice it, let's say, or see a video like how it does. What it will do is we'll create a file, assign a sticky bit to the file so that only owner and root can delete. Now as another user who have full access, try to log in as that, try to delete the file, it won't work because sticky bit is applied. That's all. So this is what sticky bit. But for, even though you don't use special UIDs, GIDs, blah blah something, sticky bit is very important. Alright, so that people use regularly. Okay, so yeah, practice it. Tomorrow we'll see something called ACLs, and if time is there, we'll see the user level permissions. Sudo. Got it? And any doubts in today's class? Anyone? Any doubts? I cannot delete the files because it's created as a root user. Yeah, tell me, sir. Sorry, you're saying. Hello. So no doubts. Okay.
No. No. No.
Do practice it and practice user administration, group administration also. Yeah. Tomorrow we'll meet again. Okay. Bye. Bye all.
Bye.